Right, all right. Hold on one second. Let's go over here. What's going on, everybody? Impromptu live stream as um what we gotta go get our 1 minute while I get that all set up. I wish I could set a playlist on this thing and play it, but it doesn't. So we can't get all at that done, and then boom, we are a little quiet. Alright. So yes, impromptu live stream. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for guys joining in. We got Chasing Sleep here. Baby Shark, what's going on, Randy? What's going on, guys? Three of y'all. Silver and gold price just keep climbing up. It's getting really hard to stack. Yes, it is. Getting harder and harder every day. It's just how it goes. Can't even like stack fast enough. Like you could expect like the same price for weeks. Maybe like a couple dollars more, but now it's like, you know, you might get a couple dollars in a day. But I guess that's just the life we live in now, right? Fortunately, you're about to clock into work. Well, darn. I was thinking about doing it earlier, but I got distracted doing other things. But yeah. I told you guys we would do one more live stream before the New Year / Christmas. How much more time do we have left? I think we have... Yeah, this will probably be the last one of the year, more likely than not. And then the next one will probably be somewhere around a couple days after New Year's. And so silver went up $20 in a month, and platinum went up 700. Yeah, platinum's been insane. What has it been doing today? It's up 7 and God. It's up $157 today. Like, all the people who were saying, like, platinum's gonna be the new thing, like, I guess they were right this year. It only took until about May for it to rip off. Stacking picked up 2 American Silver Eagles and 2.5 ounces of generic silver today. Nice, let's go. I am hoping to get... Depending on how it looks at the end of the... Depending on how it looks at the end of the month, I might either get a 1/4 ounce, or I could get a 1/2 ounce. Not sure if I want to get a 1/2 ounce though, because like I almost like just want to get full ounce if I'm gonna get a half, but I don't know. The way things move. I know for sure a 1/4 ounce is like, this is for sure going to happen. We're gonna for sure get a 1/4 ounce, but I just don't know if I don't know if I want to do a half, because I could get this, but I less likely if this keeps happening all the way to the end of the year, probably gonna be a 1/4. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess. What's up, War? Hey, caught alive. Welcome in, my man. Welcome in, welcome in. We are oops, that's not, or we are sitting here kind of doing a free chat today, right? We're just gonna sit back, hang out, see all the all-time highs today. That's silver and gold. I guess platinum. Palladium. Is everybody at all-time? No, palladium's not at all-time high. Palladium's not. Platinum, I think, is now. Right? Looks like it. At least just from here. But, man, metals are doing... It's a hell of a year for metals. What is your... Baby Shark's asking, what is your thoughts on stacking fractional silver now that since silver could very well soon price a lot of people up? Yeah, I mean... It almost seems like that's the move to do. I mean... Because... I mean, if 71... I mean, depends on what you're trying to buy. I mean, like, if you... Even a Buffalo round is $75. I mean, we're just using SD bullion, but... $76 for a 1 ounce Buffalo round. Like, that is insane. I mean... Go to the Eagles... And you're looking at an 81. almost 82 bucks depending on where you get it from. Like 82 bucks, like, you know, you're probably only walking out with 1 ounce at best. Like, it's depending on, you know, depending on who you are and what your levels are, but I can't imagine people are probably walking out with tubes anymore. So, yeah, fractional, I mean, like, it's still, you can still get this stuff for under spot. Like, this is the way to go. Like, the junk silver is the way to go. 90%. I mean, you can still get it under spot. And you don't have to buy like full ounces worth of it, you know? Really going up really fast, but still holding. And if and when it dips, I don't think it'll be below 50 again. Prices are crazy now. I don't know, man. I don't know where they're gonna go. Prices, I mean, we're up 136% in 1 year. And, you know, I get a little wary when prices move up as fast as they're moving up. Not just because of, like, opportunity to buy, but just more about, like, what's going to come after this. Like, I haven't known anything to go, I don't want to say parabolic, but I don't know anything to just go up this fast and not come crashing down. Like, I don't know of anything really other than in hyperinflation that doesn't do this, you know? So I don't know if it's gonna, I still think 85 silver is the peak that we're gonna see. I think it'll hit 85, it'll crash, and then it'll come back and rebound upwards. I mean, that's just my guess. Breakable bars into quarters out there. True. All precious metals are over 1,000 ounce. Why isn't silver? Couldn't tell you that. Literally, it's true. Like, all the precious metals are over 1,000. Silver's out. I mean, the way silver's going, give it 2 years. Like, nothing's, yeah, like, Randy, nothing, I don't think ever can just go up like this without an opposite reaction to some manner. Like, I mean, I made that video a while ago about where the price could go based off of the historical performances. And it said it would peak to 85 and then it would fall back down into the 40s. So I'm gonna just sit by that. I'm gonna sit by that and just see if it's true or not. But that's my guess. I think it'll go up to 80. You'll see a 50% correction. Yes, crash. Not really a correction, but a crash, and then it'll pop back up. Premiums on fractional silver are a ripoff. I mean, yeah, they are, but if you consider 90% fractional, which I guess technically is to some degree, then the premiums on these are good. But the premiums on, like, let's say a fractional silver round, like a quarter ounce silver round, no, it's, yeah, you're gonna get ripped off on that one. 71.47. 71.52. That is crazy. Gold 45.04. Dang. I don't know. My theory is, like, you know, that and we all know that quote that Warren Buffett always said, like, you know, be cautious, or be cautious when everyone's greedy and be greedy when everyone is cautious or fearful, whatever it was. Like, right now, I think everybody's is greedy. I think like when the banks start longing silver, everyone starts getting involved with it. Everyone's buying and buying and buying. You're just gonna something's gonna happen. Like, right now, I think, like, if there was like a fear greed index, I would say it's completely in the greed section right now. Like, for pretty much, I guess, gold and silver. Like it's just everyone's so bullish on it, and it's only because it doubled in 1 year for both gold and silver. I mean, yeah, gold has essentially doubled, more than doubled. Silver has doubled, if almost tripled, but you know, I don't see how this is not a greedy situation for people. So like right now, I would just be backing off personally. But again, you guys do what you want. But I get a little nervous, even if it was just any asset, not just gold and silver, but any asset class. Anything that runs up like this, it always crashes. Always. When it happens, is anyone's guess. Hope you're correct. I don't have 30 more years for it to come back. Yeah. Oh man, I mean, I want it to crash, but I also don't want it to crash. Like, it's a give or take. You know, you can't have your cake and eat it too with this stuff. You can't. And you know what, War? That's the other thing. The mainstream. Well, I mean, mainstream media. I don't think ever talks about silver ever. I don't think they ever will, because it's all about Bitcoin, and just other things too. But I mean, I don't know how they're not talking about this. You're talking about exceeding all-time highs multiple times for both metals, for gold and silver. I mean, we can talk about platinum and stuff too, but let's just keep it simple and talk about gold and silver. Like, how the hell this is not being talked about? I mean, it is being mentioned more, but the fact that it's not like a daily discussion on like any major news outlets is like, I guess maybe there's still more greed. There's more room for that greed to be pushed towards. And so, you know, maybe we're not there yet. I mean, I think we're in a high level of greed, but again, that's why I think 85 could be that level of greed that where it starts getting like noticed. And I don't know. I can't see this. I can't see this continue. Like, I know some people say it's not going to crash, but I just haven't known any asset other than hyperinflation, if that's even an asset, which is not. But like, any hyperinflation is the only thing that doesn't come down. But even that does come down. Eventually it collapses to zero, but that can't happen with gold or silver. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know any normal assets that run up as high as they do and stay that way. Doesn't work. I think gold is going to be the only one that doesn't break as hard, because obviously gold is less volatile. But silver, being industrial as it is, it has to. What's up, Gear Up Survival? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Evelyn says, left the local coin shop today with a maple, 2 Britannias, and 1 around 70 each. Yeah. You know, it's funny because, like, on the video I posted today, like, it's crazy to think, like, we've been so used to $20 silver, $30 silver, whatever, right? You know, just assuming we all started a year ago, like, anyone who started within the last 3 to 6 months probably don't understand this as well, but you know, for those of us who started when it was like 20 or 30 or less, like walking out with like $500 worth of silver felt like a lot, like physically, like it was a lot of silver. Now for 500, I mean, probably getting like what? What is that? I don't even know what the math is. You're getting out with 7 ounces. Like, it just feels like you're almost getting ripped off. And so, like, I don't know. That's just how I feel. To me, like, I used to be able to come in with like $500 and buy a tube, and now it's like I can only walk out with like 3. It's like, and it feels so underwhelming, and just like, I don't know what the right word is. I don't know what the right word is, but it almost feels like a slap in the face. Like, man, like, you're not getting much out of it. You know, it's like paying Disneyland prices for pizza when you can just get it at home for like $5, but you go to Disneyland and pay like 90. Like, that's what it feels like when you're buying silver right now. Even gold too. But for those who started recently, probably don't have that yet. Unless silver goes to like 150, then they'll see it. But for those of us who stacked a year ago, yeah, we definitely feel it. 60 may be the new bottom price. Don thinks the 60 may be the new bottom price. Metal, what's up, man? Silver is still undervalued, but overpriced. I just don't know anymore, man. Just keeps going. Keeps going and going and going. Evelyn started in March. I think a lot of people started this year. Like a lot of people. Like other than the like a lot of the I would say we did a poll on this. I forget what it was. We have to do another one here. I think we should start another poll. When did you get started with stacking? Then I would say less than 1 year. No, let's do this. Let's do less than 3 months. Then 6 months. To more than 1 year. We'll start a poll with that. See what you guys, when you guys started stacking. I think a lot of people started, I want to say, I think it was like 6 months. Like a lot of the newer people in the chat are relatively newer. I'm part of the more than 1 year club. So my vote won't count, but you'll kind of tell where it's going to go. So see where people put their votes in. I mean, it doesn't even matter if you started 3 months ago, because even if you started 3 months ago, you're still making you almost doubled your money 3 months ago. You started at 44. If this stuff goes to 88, you doubled your money. I mean, even just from 44 to 71 is like a huge jump. That's like from us going from like 20 to like 40. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, but Andy says early 90s. Frank Jackson says end of September. Perfect timing. Yeah, I mean, technically anytime you start, it's pretty good timing. War started in 2021. That's when I started too. Sid says 14 years ago. Din was back in 2009. But I mean, if you look, I mean, it's not a large sample size. I'm only looking at 22 votes right now, but I'll leave it up there because maybe more people will come in and vote. But I mean, just it's not a good number, but I think it's actually close to what it was before. Like half of the people that come in here just started this year. So I was buying silver at 17 bucks an ounce. He says get some for $3 and change. I guess in the chat, guys, tell me what the lowest price you paid for silver and what's the highest price you paid for silver. It'll be interesting to see. I think the lowest for me was, ooh, I don't even know what my lowest was. I think my lowest was probably like 22, 23. I think the highest I paid was probably in the 40s. And I'm factoring in premiums too. New York says 16 and 81. Man, what a spread. Metal Matt says 22 and change. Randy's 3 and 40. Elvin was at 32. That's only fair because he started recently. Dawn says you and I started at the same time in May of 2021. Yep, that's when I started, May of 2021. That's when I went all out on that like purchase. Like I don't regret it because the way things are now, that would have been a great it would have been great had I not sold it all, but you know, back then it was I bought, I think in the first month I bought I want to say I bought like 40 ounces of silver. And no, I probably bought more than, I think I bought, yeah, probably about 40, maybe 50 ounces of silver and an ounce of gold in my first month. That was like my very first precious metal purchase. I literally dumped like, which probably wasn't that much now that I think about it. It's probably like 5 or 6,000 maybe. I don't even think it was that high. Not counting those crazy Privy coins. Yeah, we're not counting those. Oh yeah, speaking of crazy Privy coins, the Marine Corps Privy came in today. Or not today, came in on Saturday actually. So I have that one actually in my hand here. I don't know if I should show it to you guys. I mean, it looks the exact same. Any of the other ones. You know what, let me get my little tripod. Get my little tripod. Get my phone. We'll get this all set up and we'll let me give me a second. I'm just gonna set it up. I want to show you guys all this. Alright. Okay. Boom. There we go. Alright, let me go ahead and switch this over. For camera. Up. There we go. So, as you guys can tell, we'll let the frames kind of settle down for a little bit. But we've got, here so you guys can see it, 250th anniversary Marine Corps Privy. So, off here, as you can see it. This came in on Saturday. Hard to see the logo. I can't even zoom in close enough for it, but out of the thing. I think they put, I don't know, the capsule, I think they put it upside down in the capsule. I'm not sure because it doesn't feel like the same ones, other ones. I don't know if this is in the right way or not. It doesn't feel right. But pretty solid. No lie. So now we have the full set of the privies when it comes to. So I got the other two obviously right here. We got the dirt. Oh, I don't know what that is. But yeah, we got the Navy Privy and we also got Army Privy. So we got the full set so far at least. Yeah, that's all here. And I want to say the US Mint actually released the 2026 schedule here. So let's switch back over actually to here. And all my music is done already. That's crazy. How is it done already? Play it. Okay. So, we're going to switch back over here. So, the 2026 product release schedule. We already knew about this stuff, but they've released everything all the way into here. So, we're going to kind of look at these here. See if there's anything interesting that you guys maybe see or maybe something that you guys want to look at here. So, obviously these have been announced. I think it was the February stuff that hasn't been announced. So the, how do you even say that? Semi-quincentennial quarters. The Charter of Freedom, Platinum Proof Coin. Look at that one, actually. Look at that. Independence is a platinum coin. Elevator stopped. The music, I know the music turned off. Did it, I think the volume's good. Yeah, it looks fine. Alright, so that's that one. It actually looks kind of nice. You get the Woodrow Wilson one. Mercury Diamond, the gold coin and silver medal set. Washington Revolutionary War. $42 to $47. Choose the product. 100 coin bag. Oh my god. Okay, there's that one. I believe they're gonna make gold mercury diamonds again. Yeah, I know. I looked through this already, but I don't think there was anything I saw that I actually liked. I'll have to do this real quick again with you guys, but Randy says gotta go feed the animals. Hope you have a Merry Christmas. Alright, Randy, take care. Merry Christmas to you guys and anybody else that has to leave. Thank you guys for stopping by today's stream. Appreciate everybody. Here we have the gold proof 4-coin set of the Eagles. 1 ounce gold proof coin, the half ounce. We got the quarter and the 10th. So all the in the springtime, all the gold proof Eagles are gonna come out. I don't even know what this is. American Innovation. 31 Supercomputer Wisconsin. Everything's gonna have this 250 Privy on it, I swear. Did the other stuff on here, did that platinum coin have it? I don't see it. No, this one doesn't have it. Let's see what else we got here. Silver proof sets, the best of the Standing Liberty quarter gold coin and silver medal set. $50 bags. They're gonna make a lot of. They're gonna do a lot of like this big word, semi-quincentennial. Let's call it the 250. They're gonna do a lot of these. It's a big milestone here. 250, right? You think the U.S. Mint will make a half-ounce American Silver Eagle? Let's find out. I can't imagine they would. Probably silver has to hit 1,000 before it does that. They have a Supergirl. I don't know what this is. Comic art. I'm not familiar with this stuff, so I don't know what that is. They're making a... Hold on. What they're doing? A proof gold coin, a silver medal, a 2.5 ounce silver medal, 1 ounce silver medal version of it, a 1 ounce silver enhanced uncirculated coin, gold one. They have a lot of like... I don't know, man. Like, a lot of these... It's almost like they're just, like, trying to come up with random designs at this point. Of course, they're doing the Morgan and Peace dollar. They're doing a Walking Liberty gold and silver medal set. It's like they're just adding in 100 years to all these things. Uncirculated coin. Morgan. First proof. Calvin Coolidge, Presidential Medal, American Innovation, Minnesota. Okay. Proof sets, they got Robin. Batman and Robin. I assume from that. See, they're just doing like a lot of these random like... Just doing like a lot of these random quarter things like... 1804 silver dollar gold coin. Best of the mint. That's an interesting one. American Eagle 1 ounce palladium. Doing a palladium coin. 1907 St. Gaudens high relief $20 gold coin and silver medal set. That's an interesting one too. We're doing a Green Lantern like why are they doing these comic ones? Like I swear it's like these are half of these are just a bunch of money grabs. Presidential silver medals, like ain't no one know who Herbert Hoover is. The FIFA one I can understand, or I guess I get the FIFA $5 gold coin. What's that gonna be made of? I know it says gold, but like $5? Is that like a? Is that gonna be like a 10th ounce gold coin of this? Or is it gonna be like an alloy where it's just like I don't know what they're gonna do with that one. $5 gold coin. I got the silver versions of these. Yeah, as far as I can tell. Oh, so they're gonna do. Wait, what's the difference between this? Oh, huh? The same thing. Comic art 3 metal set. Selling it as a set. So they're just bundling things that they already released. Oh, okay. Oh wait, is that is? Did the Batman one get released already this year? I don't even know. I don't know. It's not my thing. I'm not a fan of that stuff. But so far, I don't really see anything that interests me this year. The only one that I would maybe get would be where was it? Wait, do they not have it anymore? Didn't they have it at one point? Wait. Didn't they not have the 250th one? The Eagle with the Liberty? Is it this one? Oh yeah, it's this one. Yeah, I don't know, but I give you guys my thoughts on this part right here. So, you know, when it comes to these privies, okay, I'm actually not like, you know, I bought this as like the gamble, right? This was a gamble for me, and I think now I don't think the privies are going to be worth getting. For any special design that the US Mint does, I just don't know if it's worth it anymore. Because it just seems like they're pumping out a bunch of stuff, and there isn't like really any like special. It's like it's been diluted, and if there is anything special like the 250th stuff, like it's just another thing. So I don't know if this is like something that I would continue to do, because like I was debating on getting that 1 ounce. I'm dubbing it the Liberty Bell coin, right? Or the Liberty Bell Privy, but I just don't really know if it's. Oh man, I don't see it being worth, you know, doing anymore. So, I mean, they're selling okay on eBay right now. I think they're selling for like just double from what these are. So, I don't know. I might just hold on to these because maybe one day someone who's in the military that I get close to or whatever, or someone who has served in the military might want something like this later on. Maybe I'll save it for them. I don't know. Never served in the military, so I don't have any special affiliation to these things, but maybe one day if I come across someone who I think is deserving of it, we'll gift it to them. But for now, I don't know. This is a bunch of crap. They did all the gold, Merc, Standing, and Walking Liberty coins in 2016. Now they're going to for the premiums on those. I mean, the premiums on even on this is like, I've almost caught up to it. Like we're only $20, almost 20 something dollars off of it. And I bought this, I think I bought the army coin when it was like 30 something. So You know, almost made its premium back, but I'm surprised the US Mint's still selling it for 95. I figured they would have like doubled it by now. Maybe they know no one's gonna buy it at that price. Don't do it. I don't. But I'm gonna be moving towards this stuff. This is gonna be my thing. This is gonna be my new goal in life. Gold. Harry. What a name. Happy holidays, man. Vinny says, same here, no collectibles. Yeah, I think I'm kind of done with the collectible stuff. I just don't see it, like, doing the same. I just don't. Back? Back. Right? I think we crashed. But I think we're back. I think we're back here. Type a one in the chat if you can hear me. I think my internet kicked out. I just want to make sure that we're good. Light is way too powerful. It's like illuminating the silver. One? Okay. Because it showed the stream crashed. Oh. I almost need to, like, get over this. Hang on a second, guys. We're just gonna do that. We're just gonna do that. Turn it off. Thought it would help, but it's not really helping. But yeah. Alright, let's go back to the questions or the comments and chat, because I saw some things. Good simple find a buyer can be a pain, that's true. Are most of you still stacking silver with these prices? I have switched to gold actually at this point. Now, I have a reason for it, and typically if the GSR goes below 60, that's when I would go into it. But we're at what, 63 right now? GSR at? GSR is at 62. Holy crap. Alright, so GSR is at 62. So essentially, I'm like, I would be almost rarely buying silver at this point. I'm going to be buying gold. In fact, I've said it already before, but I think next week, hopefully next week, if the shops open and their holidays and stuff, I'm hoping to get a 1/4 ounce gold coin. So that's going to be my thing. So try to get that. Maybe even a 1/2 ounce. Just depends on how Christmas goes. But part of me almost doesn't want a 1/2 ounce because I almost just want to save for a full ounce, but I don't think. I think it would just take forever. I got really lucky this month with extra money, so I don't think I can replicate that quickly, so I would probably just still stay with the 1/2 ounce. Let's see. Say here. What's going on, man? How you doing? He said, I'm heavy into silver versus gold at about 250 to 1. Don't want to trade in any silver. I just don't want to lose my silver inventory. Gotcha. That's fair. I mean, some people don't want to trade in their silver. I do. I almost want to get rid of it. Like, not to sell it, but just to like trade it. I'm looking more into this stuff now. I got so much silver. Stacking gold, yep. Stacking gold. Still buying silver, so when the GSR it's 55 or 56, I 6 to 1 trading for gold. Yeah. My number, I think if it hits 50. If it hits 50, then I will what do you call it? I'll trade in. It says volume. I don't know. Is there a volume issue for you guys? Seems like everybody's responding okay. I don't know if the music's too loud or... Looks like everything's fine on my end. He says, I've only been at it since August. I'm a little conflicted about continuing to stack because I don't think it can continue like this. At some point, it has to slow down. And that's the thing, Vinny, with, you know, that's why we always say dollar cost average, just because the volume keeps cutting in and out. Interesting. I don't know why it would be. Like, the mic is loud. I don't know. But anyway, I'll just keep talking, I guess. But back to the point. Like, I wouldn't. I mean, you want a dollar cost average. I mean, if you're buying in now, you're buying in now, and that's just how it is. So, I mean, if it goes down, you can just buy more. That's just how I view it. So, I wouldn't be too worried about the price, because you wanna get ounces, and the price is just going to determine how many ounces you get. That's all that matters. So, you just want to get as many ounces as possible, and if it keeps going up, it just means you gotta just work a little harder, I guess. But it shouldn't like make you fearful to stop buying. If you think silver is what you want to buy, then buy it. But you got to start somewhere. No stock is going to return $17.50 to $100 ROI like silver. If Eli retires 30 years from now, silver might be 500. I thought number 2. Let's see. Volume's good? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on then. But yeah, either way, I mean, a GSR at 62, it would have to, I'd have to have a lot of gold on hand to like pick up some silver. So, but like I would say, like I mean, at 62, you're basically saying, like, out of the value of my stack, I like 95% of my purchases are going to be in gold right now, and only 5% in silver. So realistically, if you're like, you know, that's why I'm saying right now I've essentially switched into gold. And it's not that I want to stop silver, it's just the I look at the GSR. That's how I determine my purchases, and it's done well for me. And if you look, because people who are like saying like, oh, the GSR doesn't work. I mean, I bought most of my silver when it was 100 and 104. Like, most of my silver purchases came right here. If you look at the price of silver back in May, April of this past year, taking forever to load for whatever reason, but refresh it. So, do anything? No? No graph? Odd. You guys can't see it anymore. I think my internet's crapping out. Anyways, I'll just say it because I know it, but when the GSR was like 100, the price of silver, I think, in April was like, what, 40? And now that the GSR has gone down to 60, from 100 to a 60, the GSR is a $40 to a $71 jump. So if you bought when the GSR is high, like, you're gonna make your money back on the trade. So, you know, that's why I do it that way. So now that, basically what the GSR is telling me now is that gold is starting to become the undervalued asset compared to silver. So that way, if silver does crash and gold starts to take off, or if silver goes neutral and gold starts to take off, then that GSR is going to open up again. And when it does, gold's going to go high, silver's going to stay flat. But I would have bought gold when it's at its low. So that's how it works, and that's how I do it. And so that's just my thing. So I'm going to be buying this until the GSR, if the GSR goes back up into the 70s, then maybe we restart some silver. But for now, it's looking like it's a gold time for gold. Gold, I'm 50-59 on trading. Gold assume you probably meant 50-50. I think I'd hate to reduce my silver amount. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to sell it. You don't have to trade. That's just my thing. I bought it. I bought most of my silver when the GSR was at 100. So my rule is, I bought it at 100. If the GSR ever hits 50, I would trade in. That's what I would do. But that's just my thing. Volume was cut out a second ago, but I left the video and came back. Audio's back. Okay, so it looks like everything is good in terms of that. OW rounds will usually sell back of spot. Yeah, like I think the worst. I mean, I don't want to say the worst thing you can do, but like maybe not the best thing to do right now is to sell anything unless you have to. Like even at these high prices, like even if you bought 3 months ago, I guess you would make a profit, and I guess that's fine. But like, if you look at it from the perspective of you can buy certain things of silver below spot or at spot versus selling and only getting under spot, like for most items, it doesn't really make sense to sell when you can, like, just from that perspective. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. Like if you had a choice, like between buying under spot and selling under spot, which one are you going to want to do? You know? 1,000 ounces and 10 ounces of gold. I want to add more gold without trading in silver, but if I must, it's just, at the same time, if you don't, if that's not what you want to do, don't force it. That's the other thing too. Like, when I first started, I didn't have a plan. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I think if you have 2,000 ounces of silver and 10 ounces of gold, you probably already know what you want and what you don't want. So, but like, my things have changed. Even this year, my I guess mindset on gold and silver and what I would sell it for has changed. Because I used to be like a never seller, but I would sell certain things for other assets. That's about it. So like, I don't know, my mind is starting to shift a little bit, and it's always going to change. So I guess if it makes you, if you're, I put it, in the video today, I said, if your gut instinct is telling you one thing, you should probably listen to it, because all you're going to do is live with regret. So, like for me, like I feel like I have too much silver, and so, and it's probably very small compared to other people, but for me at least, I want to get some more gold. Roadkill, what's up, man? It says started stacking about 7 months ago. Got $132 an ounce, worth over 9,000. Wait, what? I don't. Why am I not getting that? There are some people that are maybe new to stacking, and they may want to see or an explanation of how you make your money back when you trade the gold to silver ratio. Yeah, I might do a video on that. I think we're getting into that area where people are going to start swapping. So I think timing wise, it would make sense to do that. So that's not a bad idea. But yeah, I mean, there's like an old book I think that someone made a while ago about trading the ratio, because technically you can always double your money, or at least you can double your stack if you trade the ratio. So, but the only thing is, some people don't want to trade in their gold for silver. It's like that becomes like a taboo thing for some people, so they don't want to trade their gold in for silver. Like, for example, like if I were to apply the same methods that I said when I bought silver at 100 GSR, then and if I sold it at 50 or traded it, oh, sorry. When I bought gold at 70 something GSR, then I would have to wait until the GSR hits 144 before I would sell the gold and trade it in for silver. Now, whether or not I would do that or whether or not the GSR gets to 144 is a whole nother thing. But in theory, you can double your money on it. But I typically don't want to trade my gold for silver. It's just something I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say I can't live with it. It makes logical sense, but I just don't think I would want to do it. And so I would only trade silver for gold. I don't think I would do it the other way around. But that's just me. It doesn't mean anybody else has to or doesn't have to do how I do it. I'd never sell, but I would contemplate. Well, let's see. Go back a little bit more. I just need to make sure I didn't miss anything. You're not sell your silver right now. Only trade it for gold if you're going to find somebody to do the DSR. True. I just don't know why you would want to sell for under spot if you can buy for under spot. And that's assuming you're not trying to sell for a profit or you're not trying to sell for anything specific. Like if you're a buyer and you just want to sell just to sell, like wouldn't make sense. That's just I don't know. I just view it like that. Like if it makes more sense to sell than it does to buy, then you would do that. But right now, in the way that the markets are with gold and silver, it makes more sense to buy than it does to sell, just based off of certain premiums for certain items, even though the prices are high. It is a very interesting situation, though. This may only be take. Wait, wait, hold on. Did I say no? I didn't. Coin shops may be taking only silver that they can resell, and not just any silver. And that's the other thing too. You know, some coin shops are only taking in certain things, and so if you're buying 90% and then you're trying to sell 90% because you want to make money, like it doesn't. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like selling at $71 and then getting let's say $2 below or back of spot, that could be better than getting a $2 premium when the prices crash at like 50. You know what I mean? So you don't know if you can win, but I guess you just look at where the markets are at right now, and you just kind of have to just guess what opportunity makes sense for you. You know what I mean? Maybe taking. Is it that waiting until silver hits 1,000 and pay off my house? Oh my gosh. Oh, if silver hit 1,000, I'm paying off my house too. Like, I do want to ask you guys, what would you if you were to sell your gold or silver, what would you sell it for? Like, what would you justify a sale? Whether it's like, for example, like paying down debt or buying real estate or getting a new car or whatever it is. What would you guys do, or what would you accept to sell for what reason? Like, what's a justified reason for you guys? I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and I don't really see answers too much about it on YouTube, and I think that's another video we might want to do, just because I don't see many people talking about it. Everyone's always talking about buying, but when it comes to selling it, it's one thing to take it for profit, but like if you're going to sell it for another reason, what would be those reasons? Great. What's up, Dennis? How you doing, man? Welcome in. Welcome in. Baby Trick says, I'm thinking of selling some of my older Pokemon boxes to buy more silver. Hey, I mean, I've been doing extra work and selling some things here and there too, um, just to get like any extra funds into the account that I can. So I feel you on that one. I just don't have much stuff here to sell, other than because I'm pretty much a minimalist, so I don't have much stuff here. So unless I'm selling my silver, I don't really have much. And when I decide to convert silver is the vehicle for get the final destination. Gold. Yep, 100%. Craftman, I agree with that. I like for me, gold is like the final like end all thing that you'd go after. So like while you guys are kind of answering these things, for me, like the way that I've always thought of it was this. And I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are on this. Like so for me, this stuff is like this is like my save like both of them are savings, okay? These are both savings. But what they're going to be used for is different. So like in my mind, I would only sell my silver, like excluding profits. I don't want to sell for profits, but I would sell my silver if I need I'm just going to give random examples here. I would sell if I needed to get a new car because I don't want to get a down payment. Or sorry, I don't want to do a loan payment. So I wouldn't even do like a partial. I would buy it straight out in cash or silver, right? I would sell it for a car. Maybe an emergency fund. So like this is also an emergency fund. So if I need repair in the house or I need to put on like an upgrade for the house or something that I plan to do, this is almost like a personal spending type of asset. That's what I use this. That's how I think of silver personally. And gold is kind of like my retirement strategy. Um, this is like what I would want to hold almost indefinitely, and I would only want to sell it if I'm gonna buy a house. But I'm not sure if I want to consider a house like rental property in the category of gold or do it in the category of silver. But a personal house or buying some land or buying some really big thing, I would sell gold for that. Or in like 30, 40 years from now, I would sell portions of these each month and that as additional income. If I don't have any grandkids or whatever like that, then whatever. But that's just how that's like my gut instinct. I don't know if you guys agree with that, if you disagree with that, if you have different ideas, what you would do, what you wouldn't do. I'm curious about this stuff because I don't find many answers that often. So I kind of want to pick people's brains on these things. Gold is like a retirement fund and silver is like an emergency fund. That's just how I view it. Let me see what you guys are saying. I think we're on the same boat. I'm heavy in silver and gold. Would you buy cheapest 10th ounce gold coin even if it was World War II Pacific coins? Or do a 10th ounce or American or Philly? I personally wouldn't get like a cheap commemorative type of thing. That's just me. It's like because I don't know, like maybe I'm wrong for this, but I would almost view it as like the way that you phrase the question, Eli. The way I view it is this: would you rather buy an American Silver Eagle, or would you rather buy a commemorative eagle? It's like I'd rather get this stuff, even though let's say this is cheaper than this, I would still get this personally. But that's just me. There's just something about a commemorative aspect of it that I wouldn't want to get. Like I wouldn't want to get something in that direction. Makes sense. Situation, of course, and being an asset that I'm confident will outperform. Yeah, only sell gold to buy a house. Okay, so sleep is on the same mindset as mine. Buying real estate or business only assets, and that's the thing. I would only sell it for an asset. I wouldn't. I mean, a car's not an asset, but like, I mean, I would get it for. I would sell my silver for like a car, or depending on how much silver I have, I would get a down payment on a rental property, and all the cash flow from the rental property would just refund more gold and silver. So that's just how I would do it. Sell and not trade it. If I did sell my silver, it would be as a down payment for a car or a house or land. Okay, so you guys kind of have the same idea. Sleep says, I saw on Reddit that someone sold their stack to help pay for an emergency pet surgery to help prolong their life. I'd be down with that also. Yeah, I would be down with that too. Like if my dog needed surgery, which I had in the past, I would sell this stuff, pay for it, or at least to alleviate the burden. And that's why I think this is, a lot of us, we want to hold this stuff forever. But at the same time, we also view it as a savings tool. So we gotta have to kind of like treat it as such. We gotta be okay with treating it as a savings tool. Sometimes you're gonna need a new car. Sometimes you're gonna need to fix a water heater. Sometimes stuff happens, right? If you own a home or surgeries, health stuff, like that's what this stuff is for. It's a savings tool. I think we got to be okay with parting with it for these reasons only. Not just, I mean, if you want to sell it for profit, that's on you. But I think for most of us, that's kind of the goal. But I just don't know, for me, sometimes if I want to sell my gold for personal ambitions or for strategic ambitions. I feel like this is more strategic ambitions and this is more personal ambitions. I don't know. That's just my thought on that. You guys have kind of made your points on that, but it says, what's your thoughts on pre-33? Is it worth having if they ever try to confiscate? I don't think they're going to confiscate it, so if you want it, go for it. I know a lot of people are going for the pre-33s, so I mean, it's a solid buy. They're not going to confiscate. I can't imagine. They're not going to confiscate this stuff. What they're going to do is they're going to, if everything's going digital, why would they confiscate this stuff? All they're going to end up doing, if they do anything, they're just going to make it so you can't exchange this stuff. You can't buy it. You can't sell it. It's just going to sit there. You can only trade it with someone who has stuff. So I think in the digital world that we're going to be in, they're just going to, for lack of a better word, they're just going to confiscate your bank account, your digital bank account. So, or they'll just restrict what it can be used for. That's where I see it going. I don't think they're going to even care about this stuff. I really don't. So if you want the pre-33 stuff, I wouldn't worry about it. Just go ahead and grab it. It's not going to be a bad move to. But that's just my opinion. War seems to share that well. I wish this page would work. Okay. Working early. The SD Bullion's page is crashing. And he says, great question. It's really got me thinking. I'm retired. House is paid off. Have everything I want. I want to visit some NHL stadiums. French. Yeah, I mean, if you want to fund it for vacation trips, then I mean, it's that's where I think silver would come into play, or maybe even gold. I mean, it just depends on what you want to do. But I'm curious, which NHL stadiums have you visited, or which ones do you want to go visit? I have visited quite a few already. Granted, I used to play, so been to plenty, but I'm curious, just more of a personal question, what Vinny wants to go see. Main reason not to trust the dollar, exactly. I mean, this is just a replacement for the dollar. So, like, if I'm saving to go on vacation, like, I should be able to comfortably sell these and pay for it, because you can always get this stuff back. If you rebuy assets that can accumulate, produce cash flow with more assets, this stuff is never going to go away for you. So, but for vacation, I don't know if I would sell it for vacation. Like, unless I like, I would rather personally save up my credit card points and not pay than sell this and never have silver again. But that's just me. Like, I use my credit card points for everything. Like, I pay it off every month, so I never run a balance, and I don't have, I just have all these points just accumulating over time, and then eventually, if I want to go somewhere, I just don't pay for it. But that takes some discipline. They're both coins. The Pacific WW World War II coin, not commemorative. It's from the British Mint by kind of 10. I mean, it's like silver, silver, gold is gold. Like, I don't think it really matters. It's kind of one of those things. Like, if you're gonna sell it, then you know what's going to be a better return? Because if it's still gold, like I'm pretty sure any reasonable coin shop or any person who understands what it is isn't going to be like, well, I don't trust this, so I'm not going to buy it from you. They know what it is, and you can prove that it's gold. They're going to buy it from you. Whether or not you get a good return back is the other question. So I don't think you should, like, my personal stacking strategy is kind of like the way I view that question again is like, would you rather get like you rather get something like a piece of silver that's from like a generic silver from another country, or would you rather get something more reputable? Now, I personally, not say that right. I personally lean towards the more reputable things, but it doesn't really. But I don't think it really matters. So it's just whatever you want to do. I mean, that's just my thought. I would personally go for the. I guess what did you say? You said like the maple leaf or the American gold eagle. I personally am gonna stick with gold eagles and buffaloes because I like the coin of the realm. That's just my thing. My thing doesn't mean it's right. What would happen to the American silver eagle worth if the U.S. dollar just crashes dramatically? Um, I guess it. I guess it would go up just because I mean this stuff. Just I guess because silver would be it would be priced in U.S. dollars. It's like gold's going up because the dollar's going down. Silver it would go up too, or it would go up relative to the dollar going down. But how the industrial markets play will determine whether or not it goes higher or lower than that. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. So, like, let's say the dollar just keeps. Let's just say the dollar crashes like crazy. If the industrial side of silver stays the same, then silver is just going to pace how the dollar is crashing. But if the industrial market's crashing, I think silver will still go up, but it won't go up as much because it's being offset by the crash of the industrial market. Versus the industrial market was like zooming upwards, then it would even probably outpace the dollar crash. And it could be behaving like it is right now. But and that's the same thing with gold. Like, these things are going up, especially with gold. It's going up because the dollar's going down. And all the money printing that they're doing and all the expected money printing that they're going to do in the future, I mean, you have to expect some sort of extreme inflation. Like, I would not be surprised if we get another 2022 type of inflation in the next, like, by the end of Trump's term. All the money printing that's going on, I wouldn't be surprised if we get like another 12% inflation again. I would not be surprised one bit. So that is just my thoughts. But I'm not an economic expert either, so don't take my opinion seriously. I'm just a crappy YouTuber. But anyways, I think we're gonna do it for today's live stream, guys. I just wanted to go live for a bit and just hang out and chat for a bit. Um, I gotta go and take care of some things, get ready tomorrow, Christmas Eve, all that good stuff. So, um, thank you guys for hanging out today. I guess yeah, this is the last stream of the year. So, we will do. Oh, before we do go, I do wanna make a somewhat of an announcement. Not really an announcement, just more of an update. Um, when it comes to future giveaways and stuff. We're not stopping them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to delay it a little bit. Because the price of silver is moving up so fast. Like, the money that I expect and that I set aside is not able to keep up with the pace. So I'll give you let me explain what I mean by that. So I was always operating a month back. So like let's say I got $500 from YouTube. I would put X amount of money into the giveaway fund. And you know, that could usually be purchased and have a little bit of some wiggle room before the next payments hit and silver wasn't moving up as fast. But now that silver's moving up so damn fast, like the money that I'm going to set aside for the giveaway for the next one, the Libertads, the money that I was going to set aside for the giveaway is exceeding the money that I'm going to be getting in for next month. So I can't even like pay what I want to pay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to delay it for a little bit. We're going to just push it back a month. So it makes more sense that way. That way when the money hits the account, I can set aside that money all ahead of time and be like, okay, like I know this is going to hit. Once it hits the bank account, we'll buy it. Boom, it's there. There's no trying to play catch up and move money around to like play. I was always playing behind the curve, but the price of silver wasn't moving up that fast at the time, so it makes sense. And so, but now it's just moving up so fast that I can't fund the amount that I need. So we're going to, from how it looks right now, let me actually just pull up SD bullion. I still think it could even be. I don't think it's quite 5. I think it's going to be 4 Libertads. It could be 5, but yeah, it's going to be 4. It's close to 5, but it's 4. We're going to give away probably 4 Libertads, but I gotta delay it. So normally I would say next week would have been Silver Roulette. I think we're going to pause Silver Roulette for a month, and we're just going to do a normal live stream like this. And then end of January, when things kind of reline up again, we'll start up with another Silver Roulette thing, all that stuff. So it's going to be a little bit of delay just because it just makes more sense that way. So otherwise, that's all I was going to mention. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the chat, so beginning of this. But otherwise, that's going to be it for today and for the year, I guess. So thank you guys for hanging out, talking with all of us today. Everybody who's still here, Eli, Sleep, War, Ashton, Baby Shark, Vinny, everybody else. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Thank you guys for hanging out today. Merry Christmas to everybody. Have a great New Year's. Have a great Christmas. And I will see you all probably next week. Maybe with some gold. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. Take care.